Rapunzel. Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there lived a lovely couple. One day, the woman gave her husband the good news that she was pregnant. Her husband was so glad about the news that he said he would do anything for her. And one day, she told him that she was longing for some crunchy lettuce. "If I can't eat some of that delicious lettuce from our neighbor's garden, I won't get any rest." So her husband went into the neighbor's garden to fulfill his wife's wish. But the poor man did not know that his neighbor was a very dangerous witch named Camilla. No one knew, but the witch was 150 years old. To look young, Camilla could only touch golden things, so she covered everything in her house with gold. She covered the plates, spoons, and forks, bottles, lamps, even the chairs on which she sat. Everything was covered with gold. And that evening, there was a knock at the door. It was the neighbor who had come to ask for some lettuce for his pregnant wife. Camilla said that he could take as much as he wanted from the garden, but under one condition.
"If your child has golden blonde hair, I'll take it."
The man didn't know what to do, but he foolishly agreed and prayed that his child would not have blonde hair. But a few days later, his wife gave birth to a beautiful baby girl with golden blonde hair. They called her Rapunzel. Camilla somehow knew the baby would be born with blonde hair. So she took the baby from her parents and brought her home. The witch took very good care of Rapunzel. She combed her blonde hair, which grew a little longer every day. Camilla never wanted her hair to be cut, because she would take long strands of hair and cook it in a magical cauldron and turn it into gold.
My magic turns her long golden hairs into gold. I'm set for life. Yippee-skippy.
Deep in the forest, Camilla used her magic to build a huge, tall tower where Rapunzel would be trapped and her hair would be safe. The tower didn't even have stairs inside. It was just one small room with one small window. Rapunzel grew up in this room alone for 18 years, except for Camilla's visits. When Camilla came to visit her from time to time, she called on her from below.
"Rapunzel! Rapunzel! Rapunzel! Let down your golden hair."
Rapunzel would let down her long braided hair down the window, and Camilla would hold on to it and climb up into the tower. "Mother, why doesn't this tower have stairs? Why can't I step on the ground and play with flowers and animals?"
My beautiful golden-haired girl, this is the only way I can protect you from the evils of the world. There are many dangerous animals out there, and all kinds of mean creatures. If something were to happen to you, I wouldn't survive.
One day Rob, the handsome prince of the country, who was born on the same day as Rapunzel, took his horse for a ride in the forest. The prince heard the singing in the forest and listened carefully.
This voice is such a beautiful voice.
And followed the sound of the mysterious voice until he finally arrived at the bottom of the tower where Rapunzel lived. When she sang at the window of the tower, he immediately fell in love with her. He glanced around for a door to the tower, but could not find one. And just then, Camilla also arrived at the tower. So the prince hid behind the bushes because he knew of her reputation as a wicked, mean witch.
Oh no, that's Camilla, the evil witch. What is she doing here?
Rapunzel! 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 Let down your golden hair!
Rapunzel let her long hair down for Camilla to climb up. The next day, the prince returned to the tower, but when he arrived, he tried to imitate the witch's voice and called up to the tower.
Rapunzel! Rapunzel! Let down your golden hair!
Rapunzel thought the voice sounded odd, but let her hair down anyway. Prince Rob quickly climbed up the hair, curious to find the voice that had sung so beautifully.
Oh, what a hairy climb.
Rapunzel was frightened when she saw him. Who are you? How did you get here?
I'm Prince Rob. I thought you might be in trouble because of the witch and all, and no stairs.
Oh no, I'm Rapunzel. I don't know you. My mother says strangers are dangerous creatures. Oh no, get out of here!
Don't worry, I'm not a dangerous person or creature. I simply heard your beautiful voice and wanted to see what the witch was up to. So I guess I'm here to rescue you.
The prince's words softened Rapunzel's heart, and she began not to be afraid of him anymore.
Miss Rapunzel, would you like to go down off the tower with me to smell the flowers, take a walk in the forest, and meet beautiful animals?
Rapunzel wanted to discover the life outside for years, so she accepted the prince's offer straight away. I've got an idea that can help both of us go down the tower. When the next day arrived, the evil witch Camilla arrived at the tower and was about to call for Rapunzel when she saw her long blonde hair hanging down from the top of the tower.
I guess she saw me coming and let her hair down already.
Camilla started to climb up to the top of the tower. And then she heard sounds of a horse. She thought someone might be nearby, but she didn't bother any further and climbed on because she wanted to reach Rapunzel as soon as possible. When she arrived in Rapunzel's room, she was shocked. Rapunzel wasn't there anymore. She had cut her hair off and run away from the tower.
My gold! My gold is gone! No! Rapunzel!
Rapunzel had cut her hair and tied it to an iron on the wall of the tower, so she and the prince could climb down together. Camilla, alone in the tower, desperately touched Rapunzel's cut hair.
No! No, 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 no! It doesn't work anymore because the hair is cut off. The hair hair must have roots to turn into gold.
In the meantime, Prince Rob and Rapunzel arrived at the prince's castle. And the prince told everything to his father and mother, the king and queen. The king said that he had heard the name Rapunzel from an old farmer and his wife. So the prince immediately took Rapunzel to the old house of the couple who had said they had lost a baby named Rapunzel. As soon as her poor mother and father opened the door and saw Rapunzel, they recognized her. "My daughter, my dear daughter, you found us! The evil witch took you away from us."
It has been so many years, but you're finally home. We are your real family.
Rapunzel was very happy to meet her real family. And what do you suppose happened to Camilla, who was left in the tower with no gold?
I'll find you, Rapunzel. I will hunt you for the hair that turns into gold.
Rapunzel, the friend of long hair. Once upon a time, in a faraway land warmed by the sun, there was a princess named Rapunzel. She lived together with her beloved Prince Rob in the most magnificent castle of the country. One day, Rapunzel was swinging on her hair at a tree in the castle's garden when she heard a voice she had never heard before.
Slow down a little. I'm falling off.
Huh? Who's saying that?
I can't hold on much longer. I'm falling off.
Am I daydreaming? What's that voice in my head?
It's me. Ugh.
The voice Rapunzel had heard belonged to the hair clip. Were you the one talking to me?
Of course it was me. Or did you think you'd gone crazy?
The little hair clip started to walk, and Rapunzel, who had never seen a speaking hair clip before, followed. So, do you have a name?
Of course I do. My name is Clapsy.
So that means you've always been able to talk, Clapsy?
The only one I couldn't talk to was you.
Why is that? Little Clapsy stopped and began to tell Rapunzel everything.
I was a beautiful young girl like you once, too. Of course, my hair wasn't as long and blonde and shiny as yours. Whatever. One day, I went to pick up some black mulberries that grow in the dark forest.
You went alone in the dark forest?
Are you seriously going to interrupt the monologue of a talking hair clip?
Mm-hmm.
I found a giant mulberry tree, so I started to pick some mulberries. At that moment, I saw a bright, strange light in the forest. I was curious and moved closer to the light to see what was there. And in front of me, there stood a very old lady with a child. And that kid was you, Rapunzel. The lady was washing the kid's shiny hair in a river that was flowing through the forest. When the old woman dipped the kid's hair into the water of the river, it turned into gold balls. She took one of the gold balls in her hand and whispered something. Then the balls suddenly turned into a fan of gold. When the woman used the fan to cool her face, she became younger and younger. I couldn't believe my eyes. So I walked up to her, and then she suddenly spun around. What are you doing here? What have you seen? Tell me now. Did that hair just turn to gold? I said. Then the old lady, who looked young, transformed me into a hair clip. What did you do to me? Oh no! From now on, you're gonna be a hair clip that protects my little Rapunzel's hair. Is that true? It happened because of me? We have to break the spell. It was all the fault of that evil witch, Camilla. Only Camilla knows how to make me a human again.
Rapunzel and Clapsy agreed to make their way to the tower where the witch Camilla lived. After they walked a little while, deep into the forest, they came across a river. To cross the river, Rapunzel built a small boat out of her hair. They jumped on the boat and went to the other side of the river. After running around among the huge trees, they finally saw the high tower.
Here it is, the tower I was once trapped in. So, how are we going to climb up, Rapunzel? Let's see. We'll watch her from a safe distance.
Rapunzel put Clapsy to the ends of her hair. On both sides, she attached huge leaves like a kite. Then she threw her hair into the sky and to the top of the tower.
Alley-oop! Get along, little hair clip!
Clapsy floated through the sky and looked inside. What she saw first was a broomstick that swept the floor by itself. A moment later, she heard Camilla talking to the broomstick.
Broomstick, broomstick, my golden broomstick broomy. Tell me, how am I going to get Rapunzel's hair back? I can't live without my gold.
Don't be sad, my lady. If you'd just look out the window, you'd see that magic hair.
Clapsy went straight back to the ground.
Your brain is swept away, Broomy.
No, my lady, I'm telling the truth. If you don't believe me, just have a look.
Clapsy nervously told Rapunzel that Broomy had seen her. Camilla went to the window, although she still didn't believe what Broomy said. When she looked down, she saw Rapunzel and Clapsy running away.
Stop! Don't go! I have changed. I'm not like I used to be anymore.
Rapunzel stopped for a second.
Clapsy, did you hear her? She has changed. Maybe she will help us. But how?
Rapunzel went back to the tower together with Clapsy. Camilla flew down from the tower, riding on Broomy. As soon as she saw Rapunzel's shiny hair, her eyes began to sparkle. She wanted to touch Rapunzel's hair and came closer.
Don't come too close, Camilla. I missed you so much, Rapunzel. If I touched your hair just for a moment...
We'll make a deal, Camilla. I will give you some of my hair, and in return, you'll turn Clapsy back into a human.
Yes, of course. Deal. Rapunzel! Give me your golden hair.
Rapunzel took a piece of her hair and handed it to Camilla. Camilla reached out for the hair and...
Finally, a piece of hair that will make me young again. Hurry up, now it's my turn. Turn me back to a human.
Camilla, who sat on Broomy and already flew away, shouted to them.
You must make the dragon behind the 7 summit mountains smile. Only then can you turn back to a human being. A dragon behind the 7 summit mountains? If Camilla says the truth, we will find that dragon for sure, Clapsy. Are you ready? We're leaving.
My lady, is there really a dragon on those mountains?
Of course there isn't.
Rapunzel attached Clapsy to her hair, and they made their way to the mountains for a big adventure.